Shoes are everywhere. They're a fashion statement, a status symbol, and a piece of armor. From sleek heels to chunky sneakers, they can be sexy and practical, protective, or painful. But what if that very thing that's supposed to support us is actually breaking us down? Think about it. We have bunions and hammer toes, ankle instability, back pain. So common, we accept them as normal. I hated shoes growing up. They may call it sensory processing disorder today. I really just don't like my toes being squeezed. And it was pretty common when I was a kid that I would be barefoot because I really hated shoes. They just hurt my feet. Back in college, I wore exclusively Ugg boots and sandals because they didn't squeeze my feet. Now I've been told, oh, you just have wide feet, right? No, I wonder if my feet are just foot shaped. And as someone who doesn't make myself do anything I don't like, whether it's drinking nasty beer until I get over the taste, that's PBR in college days for my friends, wearing shoes that give me a foot ache, it's the same. I just have a foot shaped foot and I need a foot shaped shoe to protect my feet. Modern footwear doesn't just cover and protect, it reshapes how we move. Our heels, from stilettos to chunky sandals, they shorten our calf muscles. They shift our weight forward. They increase stress on our knees and our hips. And over time, they contribute to foot deformities and chronic pain. Rigid soles, they stiffen our natural movement, locking the foot instead of letting it flex and adapt as we're meant to. Toe boxes, these are narrow shoes that literally deform our toes, pushing them inwards and weakening the small stabilizing muscles of the foot. And running shoes, that's a big myth. For decades, the industry has promised that more cushion and more arch support and higher heel to toe drop would protect us from injury. But study after study shows that is the exact opposite of what we're seeing. Despite the technological advances, injury rates have remained the same. It reduces impact on the foot itself, but sends force straight into the knees and hips. The result, runners are still struggling with shin splints, knee pain, hip pain, and stress fractures at the same rate as we were previously. A 2025 critical review conducted this. Unless medically necessary, most adults, and especially children under 10, should be wearing minimalist footwear whenever possible. Kids' bones aren't even fully fused until around age 10, and rigid shoes at that stage can permanently alter their foot development. Think about the people binding their feet in other countries. Similar but slightly less aggressive. Increasing the risk of deformities and long-term injury. So if modern shoes haven't solved our pain and may even be causing it, maybe the billion-dollar industry isn't protecting us at all. Maybe that's the problem. But not everyone lives like us. Take the Maasai, a semi-nomadic people in Kenya and Tanzania. Many of them go barefoot or wear a simple sandal cut from recycled tires. Their stride is different, more natural, more fluid. Researchers studied over 1,000 Maasai men and women, and they found something striking. Almost all of them had normal arch support, like normal arches, not flat feet. Fewer than 5% had what we refer to as flat feet. And here's the kicker. Those with flat feet did not suffer from pain and dysfunction we typically associate with flat feet. No knee problems, no widespread foot pain, and their feet worked the way feet are supposed to. So maybe the problem isn't flat feet. Maybe the problem is what we've done to our feet with our shoes. I know that many of us aren't running around barefoot on the savannah, but think about it from another option. Minimalist shoes or barefoot shoes. This is what they look like. They've got a wide toe box to support a real foot shape. They've got that zero heel drop, which is your foot is more level. They've got a thin, flexible sole that lets the foot move more naturally. And I stumbled upon this almost by accident, as for years I lived in Chaco sandals. They felt natural, open, freeing. And someone offended me and said, you know what, those are heels. And I was like, what? Heels? Oh my God, she was totally right. The sandal had a heel drop and a super stiff sole. And now I wondered why my back and knees still hurt. I switched to true barefoot sandals with revelation. Suddenly my feet could move again. No more squeezing, no more forced gait, and just walking and that rolling gait that we're meant to with our foot. Can't do it with my hands because our hands and feet are slightly different. The science backs this up. A minimalist shoe promotes a mid or forefront foot strike, strengthens our intrinsic muscles of our foot and ankle, improves our balance, and reduces knee pain in people with osteoarthritis. It's not just bone wear and tear, people. Osteoarthritis is inflammation. Now here's the catch. You can't just ditch your sneakers overnight and switch. Like, you have to be careful with transitioning too quickly because you can end up with plantar fasciitis, really sore calves, and even back pain. It took me nearly a decade to switch fully from cushioned zero drop shoes to a true barefoot sole. I had to go really slow. I recommend walking around your house, your neighborhood, to stay on flat ground to gradually build that foot strength. Today, I can't even wear my old flip-flops or boots. My body protests immediately. Yes, I did. I bought a new pair of Teva sandals and immediately I had back pain. Finding stylish minimalist shoes is still a challenge. Thank you, Etsy, but it's totally worth it. If you're thinking about making the switch, start small. Brands like Ultra make a great stepping stone shoe. They have zero drop, but still cushion and add and have a wide toe box. You can add in some toe exercises like scrunching up a towel with your toes to help build you those intrinsic muscles for the long haul. Now here's the bigger question. What if shoes aren't just fashion, but an intervention? And what if they're shaping or misshaping our bodies every single day? And we've been told our feet are weak and they need support, and without the cushioned soles will fall apart. But think about it. We walk around without neck braces and we're able to hold our head up because the body is designed to hold itself up. And especially children, before age 10, rigid heel-toed shoes can derange natural development, and minimalist shoes or simply more barefoot time are critical for growing strong, resilient feet. Our feet were built for nomadic, embodied life like the Maasai. Minimalist shoes give us a chance to reclaim that design. So maybe it's time to stop letting big shoe convince us that our feet are broken and weak and start trusting them to do what they were made to do: support us.